Hello and welcome back. I'm Big Tall Bill, back from my extended hiatus. Basically, I got very busy at work and very busy being slightly ill as well. So I'm finally back producing videos again. I actually have a podcast as well, which I've been working on with a couple of guys related to development and programming. As some of you may know, I am a professional programmer. Web stuff, not gaming, but you never know where things will end up. That's a bit of a hopeful thing. Anyway, so today I'm playing Star Citizen, well, Arena Commander 1.0, which finally is sort of stable-ish to play. And what some have been calling Missile Arena or Missile Commander. The missiles are very powerful and they will be balanced, hopefully in the new year or sooner. It would be nice. This game is just about getting those missiles off. I fire the guns pretty much out of novelty in this game. There also seems to be some issues with the canopy. Oh yeah, you see that missile strike? Ow. There seem to be some issues with the 300i canopies. When you get slightly damaged, the reflections go a bit nuts, which is sort of annoying. But that's just... hopefully they fix that, and hopefully that's not intended, because it does make flying somewhat difficult. I mean, it's not even obscured in the sense that it's like, oh, it's missed, or oh, it's like a crack or something. It's just shinier, which I don't think damage should really make things shinier. But nonetheless, been having some fun with it. But as you can see, I've come into this game. I'm not actually sure how long they last, so I came into this some ways into it. I'm not sure exactly, but I'm able to get quite high up. All you need to do is make sure you fire all your missiles, then eject, start again. It's like it's a constant rinse and repeat thing. It does remove all of the skill involved. There is a certain amount of skill, especially in this particular map, because you can avoid things much easier because it's much more dense. It's full of asteroids, which are much larger and can obscure your signature much easier. But and things like this, which is about to happen when my missile strikes that right there, and that's quite interesting. But then also I can take cover inside an asteroid and mask my signal, which I do not actually do. You can see that guy just before he passed me. He just about fired his missiles as he went past, and they just turn around immediately and kill you. Like, there's practically nothing you can do about it apart from trying to fire as much chaff as possible. Also some hilarious physics there. I'm not sure they haven't put in pilot death yet, so that's kind of good. So the reason you eject is just to get back into the game quicker. At the moment, this is kind of the winning tactic. Everyone runs in, fires their missiles, either eject or self-destruct, and that's it. So they added the self-destruct mechanism, I think pretty much so that people who don't have ejector seats can reset themselves if they get stuck, which is a good thing, because getting stuck in Auroras, I believe, don't have the ability to eject, and neither does the Cutlass. So getting stuck on a map is kind of tedious, kind of annoying. But I don't actually have one. I don't have an Aurora or a Cutlass, but I was flying my friend's one, and it was a little frustrating, actually. Now, I've actually heard a few things about the Cutlass. Well, just one thing really is that apparently the thrusters aren't functioning correctly at the current time. Obviously the engines are, but like the actual maneuvering thrusters apparently aren't as powerful as they should be, or they are underpowered or something. So at the moment, trying to aim and kill things with the Cutlass is kind of difficult, and pretty much you'll be dead in Arena Commander or Missile Commander, which is a shame, really. But it is a beefier ship, has more armor and shields, I believe. At least it should, for its size. That would be the logical conclusion. But I'm flying my modified 315, which is... what I do is I take the... This is the setup I use for just the Vandal Swarm, you know, single co-op thing. And what I do is I take some cannons off of my Avenger, take one of the small cannons off of that, and then I take the two big cannons, the repeaters, off of the loner Hornet, the F7C, I think it is. And I stick the big ones on the size 2 ones on the wing mounts, and the single one, the size 1 repeater, on the nose, because they have the same velocity, so you can map them all to the same group. They do have different overheating characteristics though, so you kind of have to make sure you feather it a little. But I did manage to get up to wave 16 with that setup. Also, I take the missile mounts off of my 325. The reason I'm not using the 325, by the way, is that I believe this one, the 315, has a much higher output engine, which is a little bit of a downside when it comes to missiles, but I don't know, it seems to work pretty well. I seem to have more maneuverability without using the boost, so I don't really run out of the afterburn fuel as quickly, or afterburn energy. See, look, he just fired those missiles and right back at you, killed you instantly. Because with the Avenger, I have one of those as well. With the Avenger, you can lock on 4 missiles at once and launch them all at once. So he's probably run out of missiles. He might have just fired 2. But, you know, he's going to go around and kill some more people. And the Avenger is very maneuverable at the moment. A lot of people think it's a bug, and I'm not sure whether it is or not. But the Avenger almost maneuvers as if you are constantly boosting, like you're constantly in the afterburner, without using afterburning fuel. Because flying it, to be honest, the afterburner does practically nothing. You may as well not use it at all. You can accelerate up to, like, I believe it's the same speed as the 315, maybe it's more. But it can accelerate up to that in about a second. It's a bit overpowered at the moment. But yeah, it's a bit disappointing, to be honest. That I've heard that Chris Roberts specifically asked them to buff the missiles before releasing 1.0, which obviously it doesn't seem like it was a good move, to be honest, because maybe it was an experiment to see how well people would react to that. And I think I'm about to die. Am I about to die? Oh no, evaded. Wow, I'm probably going to die soon though. Wow, look at all those missiles. Actually, I believe I was testing something here. So I've heard the correct way, so logically, flight sims, right? Evading missiles, you would go all crazy and wiggly and like try and avoid things. But trying to avoid things, and try and get the missile off you. But in space, in an arena commander, your engine isn't firing when you're not maneuvering. It doesn't fire as much, at least. It doesn't give off as many emissions. So maneuvering actually increases your, I believe, your infrared, at least, and probably the electromagnetic signature. So if you try and maneuver, you actually attract the missiles more, apparently, considering they use this whole signature system, which is pretty cool. But also, so what I was testing there was the theory that you just fire chaff or a flare. I'm not actually sure how to distinguish between them. I just use the controller, so I don't think I have the control to change them. But all you do is stay straight on course, make sure you're not accelerating or anything, and just fire your chaff like in a sort of sequence, depending on how many missiles are after you. And it worked out pretty well there. It just so happened I was luckily near an asteroid, so I could quickly maneuver around the asteroid as well. It's definitely more tactical to it, but you really have to be in the right situation. The likelihood is that someone fires like 4 missiles at you, you're not going to be able to fire your chaff quick enough. And there we go, that's the end of the round. I managed to get to 5th in the time I had, which was okay. There were people with much more missiles than me, flying earlier than me. Yeah, 20 minutes. I came in about 10 minutes, so it's pretty good. Anyway, that's the end of that, and hopefully I will see you again soon. Thanks for watching.